We have 3 different versions of the textbook because it's the reality of the way the course is taught. Here at the University of Colorado, where I'm located, the course is primarily taught as a 2-semester sequence. And so the Cosmic Perspective, the full book, is the book that gives you all the material you need to cover in 2 full semesters. If you're teaching a 1-semester course where you're trying to cover all of astronomy in 1 single semester, then if you use the Cosmic Perspective, you're going to have to pick and choose what to cover because you can't possibly cover all of it. And some people like to do that. Some professors like to do that, and we love it when they do that. But some prefer that we choose which content to take out so that we give them only as much material as they need for that 1 semester. And that's what the essential Cosmic Perspective is for. And now we have a 3rd group of courses, of professors teaching courses, where some have moved to a desire to have a book that's focused on only the most fundamental aspects of the course because they want to supplement it with their own material beyond that. So we wrote the Cosmic Perspective Fundamentals to try to make it a very short, focused book. But what I'll say about the 3 different books is if you look at them and you compare them, there's a temptation when you try to make a book that's shorter to still teach all the same stuff, but strip out all the explanation, and that's how you get it shorter. And that's not going to work for students. They need the explanation. So what we've tried to do is teach fewer things in each book. So you know that all of our chapters are organized according to a set of learning goals. And if you look at the learning goals, you'll see there are more learning goals in the Cosmic Perspective than in the Essential Cosmic Perspective, and that has more than Fundamentals does, because we've tried to trim it down and say, here's what you will take away from the course if you use this book, but it will still be explained clearly. When we actually started writing our textbook 15 years ago, more than 15 years ago now, we actually intended from the very beginning to have some sort of computer, CD at the time, web-based now, educational, ancillaries to go along with it. And the reason for that is very simple. You don't learn simply by reading a book any more than you learn simply by going to class and listening to your professor speak. You learn by being active and by combining many different modes of having your mind on a task. Listening in class is one mode. Participating in class is a mode. Reading your textbook is a mode. But other modes can be interacting with something, answering questions, doing homework, and we knew that the technology was moving to the point where some of those other modes could be supported with technology. Mastering Astronomy was the first platform that we saw that we thought had the full technological capability needed to really support the students in that way. So it was a natural for us to want to write that content ourselves so that we could make sure everything stayed cohesive. Again, you remember that the web makes it easy to get lots of information out there, but the library wasn't that hard. Students have had the library for hundreds of years. Textbooks have been important because instead of seeing a bunch of different things done in different ways, the textbook pulls it all together into one cohesive package and story that's just enough material for you to learn in the amount of time that your course is set up for. If your web material then goes in a different direction, it's no different than sending the student off to the library or off on the web. But if your web material, your Mastering Astronomy, is directly linked into that same package, then it's going to work for the students.